New skills and strategies for the labor market. Levels, pre-intermediate and up and above and beyond. And let's go ahead. Today's Ballooncast is a sequel to the episode Old and New Job Skills, and we are receiving a very special guest, Ms. Elusa Dalmoro. Elusa is an HR specialist, and she has been working in the area for many years. In addition, Elusa is a darling student of ours. Elusa, thanks for accepting the invitation. I'm very happy to have you here with us on our Ballooncast.
Thank you, Fabi.
Thank you. And first off, can you introduce yourself to our audience and tell us a bit about your professional background and your career in HR?
Perfect, Fabi. First of all, really thank you. It's a pleasure to be here talking with you and sharing a little bit about my career. I always say that I was chosen by human resources. I'm a psychologist, and since the beginning of my career, years ago, I have been working with HR. And in the past 10 years, I have been working at Dell, supporting managers and also working with global projects.
Fantastic. So your experience is huge, especially when it comes to Dell, which is an international and global company. Many challenges in your career. Okay. All right. And successfully achieved. I'm sure about it. Well, our last episode focuses on a central question. How can you prepare yourself for jobs that may not exist today? I'd like to pick your brain about this issue.
Perfect. And I think, Fabi, this is really a great topic to discuss, and for sure a hot topic for companies and for professionals as well. My main point here, my main advice around this is, what can you do today to be ready for the jobs of tomorrow? I'm saying that because career and knowledge are like a journey. We don't buy skills. This is not something we need time to really develop them.
It's not a product. And it's not a product.
This is the main.
It's not a merchandise.
Exactly. Then development takes time, and we need to start working today to be ready for tomorrow. And if you think about the jobs and the jobs for the future, it's really the jobs are changing, and for sure the future will be different, and we'll have a different and a new environment. And the future is like we need to start thinking in the future as today, because future is like maybe 20 years, and probably most of us will be in the workplace in that moment. And it's really interesting to think about these new activities or the jobs of the future, and we have a lot of research showing really impressive information around that. Let me share two interesting data about this topic.
Oh, sure, go ahead.
One is McKinsey. They prepare one study showing that 50% of current activities could have some kind of automatization. Then imagine half of what you are doing today could be nothing in the future. The computer
could be done by a machine.
Exactly. Then imagine that. We need to think about our activities in the future. This is one study. The other, for me, really impressive information is around...
Just sorry to interrupt you. McKinsey is a human resources consultancy?
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
With great materials and a lot of studies around HR topics, it's really a nice info or a nice place to go to find information. Yeah, yeah. And another study shows that like around 65% of young kids, it means kids that are starting the school nowadays, will have a totally different job in the future. They will be doing
in comparison to the jobs of today.
Today, exactly. They will do something completely different that we have been doing nowadays. And as I talk, maybe this is 20 years from now. And this is the point. I will be working, I think.
Hopefully. I want to be working too.
Yeah. And this is the point. We need to think that our job will be different in the future. Then I ask again, what we are learning today to be prepared for this near future, for the jobs of tomorrow. Yes. We need to start today being prepared for that.
Because this idea of future is like things go by at a snap of fingers. When you realize it is tomorrow. So how did I prepare back then? How did I prepare yesterday for what is going on now? So this is
exactly.
I couldn't agree more with you. That is something that should be thought of on a daily basis.
Exactly.
It doesn't mean that we'll be restless at the point of, not doing our things the way we were supposed to be doing because we are so worried or so jumpy or fretting about the future. But I think we have to bear in mind that changes are happening much faster than we once anticipated. And we have to be ready for that. And I think it takes up a lot of our emotional intelligence in this process of adapting to changes, being flexible, being open to new things, and maybe accepting some things which we have no power to change, and then we have to adapt to them. And I think the labor market is a major part, a major component of all these changes, right? Based on what you've just said.
Yeah, exactly. And we need to think about the velocity, about these chains, then it will be really fast in the future. And we need to really start today. And I don't like this idea about, okay, tomorrow I will learn something new. Tomorrow maybe we'll be late. We need to start really like doing a small steps, but always doing steps and learning new things, adding skills. This will be always critical to be ready for the future.
Fantastic. Yeah. As that old saying goes, never put off till tomorrow what you can do today.
Exactly.
Okay, my darling. Well, that same episode also mentions a survey that describes 6 skills that 21st century professionals should acquire to be successful in the workplace. So I'll list them here. Number 1, gain proficiency with tools of technology. Number 2, develop relationships with others and solve problems collaboratively. Number 3, design and share information for global communities to meet a variety of purposes. Number 4, manage, analyze, and synthesize multiple streams of simultaneous information. Number 5, create, critique, and evaluate multimedia texts. And finally, number 6, attend to the ethical responsibilities required by complex environments. Well, if you were to rank them in order of importance, from the most to the least important skills, how would you approach them and why?
Okay. Fabi, I really like these 6 skills, and for sure they are critical. It's hard to me to define an order of importance. However, I have some thoughts around these skills. Then let me share with you. Then the first one about gaining proficiency with tools. For me, this is some kind of low-hanging fruit this is done. This is
This is a no-brainer.
Exactly.
This is a no-brainer.
This is for now. This is something, or we know, and we know these tools, and we have this proficiency, or we really are that for the market. Then it's not for the future. Yeah, it's not for the future. It's for now. This is something like this is the basics. For the future, I think will be important is really our capacity to stay tuned and really learn the new things, the new tools. And I like the idea about be some kind of earlier adopter. We need to know what is going on and really understand. Start working with that, really to start with to be like together with the trends, and really be knowing what is going on in the market
in general.
Exactly,
being updated.
Yeah, we need really to be aware about what is going what is going with the market, the trends, and what it will impact our activities, and work with that. Then this is my first thought about these skills. Other point is that I agree 100% of the topics related with soft skills. Then they mentioned things about relationship, collaboration, communication in a global environment. This is what I remember here, but it's for sure. This will be really, really important, and it makes a difference today, and for sure it will make a difference in the future. And why this is so important is because, let's be clear, the robots will make a better work than us. They will increase productivity, they will gain quality, they will, the robots, they are really good doing repetitive things.
And by robots here, you also mean, of course, AI, artificial intelligence in general.
Yes, exactly, exactly. The computers, all the technology that we have in our companies, in our like day-by-day activities, they will be better than us in these like repetitive things. We need really to pay attention in these soft skills, because this will be this is our difference comparing with these robots or the artificial intelligence, because they will not be able to really to deal with some kind of human being situations. Things like human values, social dilemmas, cultural aspects, understand the right or wrong. This is the situations that we will be able to add value. And this is the things that we need to learn and be able to like to be adapted, and really to practice these more soft skills, because this will help us to be different comparing with the robots that I'm saying here.
And I also think, based on what you've just mentioned, that this thing of technology will be at a certain point taken for granted to, some extent. Like, it is something that everybody, some skills that everybody is supposed to have. And people will maybe stop, paying attention to these other, soft skills, because in a way, people will be so concerned about developing this knowledge in terms of technology, how to operate and how to function in this new world of technology. And then those soft skills that actually make what we are and who we are can be taken like for granted and forgotten. And the bottom line is, these things in the end will help us make a difference. not the fact that you can, operate a certain system or be successful in, doing something in a certain program, but how do you relate to others? How do you establish rapport?
Yeah.
Again, emotional intelligence in
Yeah.
lots of ways, right?
Yeah. And it's like, I understand, because it's in some way is easier to develop like these, I could say, hard skills, to develop these. Yeah, these, okay, I will learn a new tool, I will learn a new topic, I will do my master to know something.
These things are much more procedural, let's say.
Exactly. I will study to add content. Then these hard skills is easier, in some way. It's for sure. We need to spend a lot of time on that. But for most of us, it's hard to think about our soft skills, this idea about how I could improve my empathy, my relation with people, my communication, my negotiation skills. This is something hard. It's not easy, because we need to, this is a day by day thing.
It is neither easy to teach nor to learn.
Yes, exactly. And it's not something that, okay, I will receive a 1-hour training and now I'm a better
human being.
Yeah,
I understand all the social dilemmas.
Exactly. And it's hard to really to develop them. And this is one, I think, this is why people, in sometimes, again, study is really important. Understand the things is important, but sometimes people only focus in these hard skills, and people really didn't pay attention, or nowadays doesn't pay attention in these soft skills. And let me just to finish this idea about these 6 skills, let me just share with you one skill that brings my attention the most. And it is the ethical responsibility. I think this is so important that it's more important that what we will do, or what we have been doing, is how we will work, or how we work in the day by day. And this idea about ethical and social responsibilities, this is so important. And I know that this is a hot topic for companies nowadays. And I really believe in a better future. And this idea about special ethical responsibilities, be a work with ethic, this is so important for me. And I really believe that this will make a difference in the future. And it's for sure something to pay attention.
Yes, I agree with you. And I also think it's a shame that a lot of people still see this like as gibberish, like a baloney. They think it doesn't matter. But actually, your sense of ethics and your beliefs and your behavior in the world and how you relate, to others, those things are major components to put, to place yourself in the world, not only in the labor market, but in general. As you go by, as you do things in your life.
Yeah.
Sure. Okay. Nice. And what are your thoughts about the final portion of the episode that says, now I quote, "Computers and other technologies will continue to be important in the future, but the abilities to think critically and communicate effectively might be the most important skills that future employees can learn," unquote.
Yeah. Fabi, I Totally agree with this sentence. And again, as I mentioned, then I really believe that computers, automatization process, artificial intelligence are here, and it will be more and more important in the future. And I love one quote from the guy is Leslie Wilcox. From the London School of Economy, that says robotic process automatization take the robots out of a human. For me, this is so interesting to think, and I think this is the right way to think about technology, computer, and the artificial intelligence. Is that we need to doing these robot things, and we need to stop doing these repetitive tasks. And we have the robots, we have the artificial intelligence, the computers to do that for us. And as I mentioned, they will do this.
We could be doing more interesting things
exactly.
While they do the boring stuff.
Exactly. And the main point is don't be afraid with the technology and take advantage of it. Then it's really be able and be prepared to do more creative and not repetitive tasks. And this is my concern. I don't know if people are really paying attention, or if people are prepared to stop doing these repetitive tasks. And this is, I think, one important topic to help the companies, help the people, help our family, our kids, to really to stop doing these repetitive things and start thinking about adding value and doing these that I say creative things. These
being more disruptive in a way, like thinking outside the box, being creative, finding new ways of being more productive. And I think our biggest challenge also lies not only in the family, but at schools, like our educational system. How is it moving towards these new tendencies and this new, advances in technology and those new things that, coming our way, and what's happening in the world? So how are schools preparing children? Because when a person finally joins the labor market and joins a company, well, lots of things have already been done. Mm-hmm. So how to change those things, how to shape those things into new formats. And many times companies, let's say, they are given some hard tasks and, hard nuts to crack, because lots of gaps and flaws come from, earlier education, don't you think?
Yeah. And this is something, it's something really interesting, Fabio, because I'm thinking then we have like two, for one hand, technology help us, and in the other hand, we need to pay attention in this. They help, like the technology in some moments. Using technology, we don't think so much about the things. Like, let me explain my idea is, it's so easy to go to Google and do some, okay, I need to learn.
We got spoiled and spoon-fed. Everything is given, ready to us.
Yes, perfect. Yeah, and this is what we need to help kids. They need to go beyond this idea to just it's not only a Google search. We need to really to do a deep dive in the topics, to think about, to reflect.
Life is not only cutting and pasting.
Yes. And I think this is the hard part about technology, because it's easy. this is something, okay, I go and, like you mentioned, copy and paste, and okay, I have the paper, the document ready to present. But when I will add value, think strategic, have this critical mindset. This is something that we need to help the kids to be prepared for the future.
Fantastic. I couldn't agree more. Now, my darling, we are, moving towards the end of our episode, and let me ask you the final question. If you were a career advisor, you are a career advisor in many senses, but suppose that you were officially a career advisor to young and novice professionals, what pieces of advice would you give them?
Okay. This is so, it's really, it's hard, but let me, a few points that I think it's maybe not for only for youngers, but for all. Then, first of all, we need to remain learning. We talked a lot about soft skills, but for sure, knowledge will always be important. Then we keep adding new topics, new skills to our baggage. This is something really, really important. We need to keep posted about what is going on, what is new, the trends. This is, it's really important. Second, we need to think about how to add value to our tasks. And this is, again, we are talking how to be different comparing with the computers or the robots. And this is the idea. We need to, all tasks, we need to pay attention and reflect and work with new ideas. Like in all activities that we have been doing, we need to think about what I could do different, how I could add value. And could be like something simple, but okay, I'm preparing a report, then I need to think a little bit more. What kind of analysis can I do with this report? What is the recommendation about this report? It's not only prepare the report, because if you only prepare the report, we will be working as a computer, as a robot. But it's really about think, reflect, analyze, make recommendation, and add value to this report in this simple example.
Yes.
Yeah.
It sounds like a spaghetti anecdote that I heard the other day. It's like a comparison that it's not enough, only to cook some spaghetti and, serve someone. If you add like a cherry tomato or some basil leaves on top, it will make a big difference.
Yeah.
So also pay attention to the details, not only to deliver a job for the sake of delivering it, but go the extra mile a little bit. That will make a difference for sure.
Exactly. And one final point, Fabi, then it's for sure, and we talk here about our social and emotional intelligence. The way that we interact with people, the way that we really connect with people will make a difference. Then things like teamwork, communication, empathy. I think this kind of soft skills, it will be so important. These things are important now, and for sure will be important in the future.
Fantastic. I'm almost like speechless, and I'm in awe with all the fruitful things that you've shared with us. You've shared so important aspects of this new, let's say that's a good kind of concern, some good points that we should pay attention to and focus on. And thanks, from the bottom of my heart for taking this moment and from your day and being here with us, sharing your expertise and your values with us. I'm pretty sure our audience will profit a lot from everything that you've just shared here with us. Thank you very much. It was a pleasure, having this moment here with you.
Thank you. It's my pleasure, and count on me always.
Okay, yes. Remember, I can be creative. I can call you for some more.
Let's
Are
do
you
that.
sure? Let's put the pedal to the metal. Okay, thank you. See you next time, guys. Bye-bye.